hello, you guys! It's your girl Sunshine here with another one. Yes, how are you, my boos? I've missed you as always. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's get into it. Just keep in mind there's some juicy info in the description below. Social media, extended, everything. And these videos, basically each zodiac sign is randomly picked. I make sure I go through all of them before starting over again, so everyone gets a turn. So just keep in mind it's random. But this reading is for the particular Aquarius, for the Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. These cards already been pre-shuffled and meditated on. Let's get into it. What do you need to know? I missed you guys. It's been so a while. The three fates, what comes around? Angel of Alchemy, Miracle. Death and Maiden, Invasion, Boundaries Violated. Sea of Beckon Fairy, Guidance, but where will it lead? Now, with the first card coming out, what goes around comes around. Now, in the meaning, I've actually read the meaning in the book for this deck, and they talk about karma and understand that eventually, if you can see, like in their hand, it's like this cord and it's coming from this wheel, and this is like the wheel of karma, and it's just like it can continuously go and go, and it's just like understand that there's going to be a point where it's going to stop and it's going to break. Now what I feel from that is a sense of like example, I feel whoever this reading is for, when it comes around, it's what I'm trying to say is in regards to other people have been doing things like to you or around you. You've been in, it's like almost like if you know you always dated the same types of girls and it just didn't work out, or always dated the same type of guys, it's just always the same type of jobs, just something that just kept being a repeating pattern. There's gonna be a break in that. I feel a sense of, say you're in a chaotic storm, it's like the storm's going to end. There's going to be an ending point. It's not going to be continuing on. You're going to know what I'm talking about. There's something in your particular life that feels as if it's been just dragging out, and it's just like, when is it going to be my turn of happiness? When is it going to be when I get that? And it's just, there's going to be a time when it's going to happen. Just because with this Miracle card, I just feel a sense of having faith that miracles can happen, and it can happen to you. We're taught to believe that miracles is some fairy tale thing and it only happens in the movies and the TV shows. But it's not the case. Miracles do happen each and every day, and they happen to any and everyone. It's just having the faith and believing that it can happen, and also seeing the bigger picture for things as well. I feel a sense from these two cards that your viewpoint and perspective towards whatever this is, it's like, as much as you're like, yeah, when is it going to be my turn? It's like, what are you doing to prevent it from being your turn? In a sense, like, what are you vibrationally putting out there that's blocking your happiness? And don't get me wrong, like, everyone, when you have a particular thing that holds you back from getting that to that next stage, to that next level, it's because you've told yourself something that's a false truth, but it seems true to you. And it's just like, think of it as like a scenario where a little girl is told that she's dumb, she's not educational, she's never gonna make it, and understand if she goes on to the rest of her life thinking that, then she's gonna amount to nothing. But if she changes her perspective and believes that, no, I am better than that, that's not the truth, that's not what it is, that's not what's meant for me, then that person will live a different life. And I just feel as if, and I'm not saying that you're completely always in this constant pattern. You do try to do better, you do try to think, more positively, but there's just like, I feel as if there's one little thing, and it's like if you just turn that dial, it's like boom, comes to, like, it's just like, I just feel like, just, I don't know if you ever watch comics and Flash, and he's just the character, and he just goes really fast, and I just feel that after you turn that dial and you figure out what it is, that thing that thought that you need to switch, that you need to turn off, that you need to stop doing. Once you've learned that, I just feel just a forward movement. I just felt like a pull. I just I know it sounds more simpler than I'm explaining it, but it's just like when that one last screw is like turned in, or whatever it is, that one little nudge, when you discover what that is and you get past that, something gonna happen. Something gonna happen. On the other side here, we have with the Death Animated, and the Sea Beacon Fairy. There's something that's holding you back, and we were just discussing it in these two cards. And the way that it is, it's like a thing that lingers behind you. It's like that tiny little voice that tells you, no, you can't do this, no, you shouldn't, no, you're too tired, no, you're too this or too that. That little thing. And it's just like, look, don't worry about the gender, but look at her. She has like this energy, this dark, this death, this thing behind her that's just holding us. Like, she looks scared, she looks frightened. It has such a hold onto her, and it's the same thing. It's like in your mind, it became a comfort mechanism. It's like, I remember one time I was having a conversation with someone, and we were talking about the subject of how, if you can be accustomed to a certain type of pain, that you can be triggered to want that pain to happen so you could have the positive result. Like, basically the situation, but the particular person was so accustomed to being, in the poverty, in the ghetto, in the rut, and they always felt like when shit hit the fan and this is do or die, is when they would have that push to go forward and to have success. But then as soon as they get to a certain next level of comfort zone, that voice in their mind just says, oh, we can stay here, we don't have to work too hard, we don't have to do anything. And then they get trapped in it again, and it's just like, they want that pain, they want to lose everything, they want to think, because that's what gives them the drive. And it's not purposely wanting to have that happen, but at the same time, psychologically, there's things in our mind that we have taken on. It's like we absorbed like a sponge. Because if you think about everywhere you are around, every environment you're around, you are taking in certain traits. And there's certain traits that you've learned. Because remember, as a kid growing up, you are picking up from your surroundings. So everyone's going to have a different kind of, thought pattern in their head. But it's funny enough, I hope you're understanding this, what I mean, because this is like a particular thought pattern that you're moving out of. But there's first a little friction before going forward and going into it. I know it's going to sound off topic, but at the beginning of the reading, I was supposed to say it, but before I hit the reading, I was just kind of meditating on the energy. There was a love song that came in my head, and it was like Backstreet Boys, and I was just like, what? And I was like, that was so random. And it was this love song, and it was like just about them pleading to win her back or something like that. And I don't know if there's someone out there that like this message is in regards to a person has been a certain way and now karma's gonna catch up with them, you're going to, it's kind of like you want, I feel from the people who resonates with the song, the Backstreet Boys song. I wish I remember what the name was, but a Backstreet song where the guy is just like pleading for the girl back. It was like, don't break my heart, just come back, kind of song. And I feel from there's a particular group that's just like, you know what, I wanted you to feel what I felt, and now I'm good and I can move forward. And that's that switch for them. And that's just a small group review that I feel that. And others of you, it's something within your mind that you're saying to yourself. And don't get me wrong, there understand that I'm not saying you don't love yourself. I'm not saying that we don't all do this. We do. I was even watching this interview with the Smith family, so Will Smith's family, and they were just talking about how they won this award for Robin Williams that passed away, um, and they were talking about how they're just human. They're just like everyone else, trying to figure out their mind. Don't call me word for word with the thing, but the message that I got from that I was just like, wow, it's true. It's like everyone is working with everything they've been dealt with, and they're trying to find faith, and they're trying to, there's things that happen in life that make you lose faith and keep going forward. But I feel as if that when you move forward and you get into that faith, because you literally have 21 adding up to 3, you have 3 over here as well, and 3 for me as a reader is about that balance, that harmony, and there's something that's not allowing you to finally click. There's like a last, it's like, say if you were to be a percentage to be completed to say 100%, it's like you're at that 90% mark of that, finishing that stage, and it's just you're so close to it. But there's a sense of this pain, of the memory, of the comfort, of the so used to it happening kind of energy. But with the 2 and the 8, that's adding up to 10, I really do feel a sense of completion. Tens are about complete, blah 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 blah. Tens are about completion and cycles ending, and really coming into a close, that full circle. Here we have with the 26 adding up to 8. 8 for me as a reader is about balance, taking that time to get into harmony with the universe, wherever you are, whatever the weather is, see if you can go outside and just take your shoes off and get your bare naked foot outside in nature and just in there and get grounded. Remember, you are an air sign, so the best way for you to heal and meditate yourself and get clarity is always to have air elements around you. Scents are going to be very particular for you, so getting out and going and getting fresh air, even having like certain scents around you, is really good for you. But I'm gonna definitely continue this on a little bit further to the extended. I want to see what more juicy things are gonna come out. Check out the link below. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bless.